Hey, 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 Chelsea Sear here. I am going to hop on and talk about posting. Quite a few of you have asked me for a little bit extra training on posting. So I want to go over posting. One thing that I did want to say before we start is posting is probably 10% of our job. It is not considered an income producing activity because we don't make money just from posting. All right. So it needs to be something that is kind of not on the back burner per se, but it's not like a 100% first thing that is on my mind 24/7 all day long, okay? That's not, because it's not an income producing activity. So it's about 10% of our job though. And without posting, people don't know that we're open for business. So you want to make sure that you're posting every single day consistently because it's going to let people know, hey, I'm awake, I'm open for business, you know, we're ready to go, and lets people know that you're still in the business of working from home. All right. So, with that being said, I want to talk about how to post, when to post, and where to post. All right. I kind of have a system going that works for me that gets me a lot of distributors, but also gets me a lot of loyal customers. All right. So, 80% of people are very emotional thinkers and emotional decision makers. So, they 9 times out of 10 are not going to order from you if you are a catalog. So, a don't would be don't share tons of before and after pictures all over your Facebook. Before and after pictures, they're nice to throw onto your Facebook every once in a while, but don't make yourself a catalog. And you want to think about it this way of, okay, you just started this business, and before this business, you were yourself 100%. You were, just a normal person living everyday life. You were posting normally, and then all of a sudden, you're like, it works, it works, it works, it works, it works. So you're branding the company over and over and over and over again. Most people are either going to delete you, block you, or unfollow you. And those are all three things that you do not want to happen. You want your friends to be as involved as they possibly can. Even if they're not involved right from the start, they will be eventually. And so you want to be yourself when you're posting. You want to really understand that you're branding yourself and not the company. So I rarely ever will say it works on my Facebook. One, because it messes with Facebook algorithm, so it makes it so that Facebook goes, hey, nobody's seeing Chelsea's post for today, because she's branding the company, or whatever. It'll just make it so that no one sees anything, and then I mainly just brand myself as running a business that is based on health and wellness products. That is literally what I brand myself as. So people actually have to ask me what I do. And you want people to ask you what you do, because if they know everything about what you're doing and they know what company you work with, they know whatever, they're not going to come to you and ask you what you're doing. They're going to just go look up It Works. They're going to either see all the bad things about it, or they're going to go directly to It Works generic website, itworks.com. All right. So you don't want that to happen. You want them to want to ask you. You want them to want to have a conversation with you and have a connection with you. And that's why they're going to buy from you, or that's why they're going to become a distributor with you. Okay. So you want to make sure that they're getting that emotional connection. And the only way to do that is to be you. Be you 100% and incorporate the business into your life and into your post. Okay. So, one way to post that I noticed is so much better, that I have personally done, extensive training on and stuff like that, is I post to inspire a lot. I don't really post a lot about the business, like not really necessarily the company, but I don't really post a lot about the products. I don't post on my wall about the products all that much. Every once in a while, I'll throw something in there at the end of the month or maybe mid-month or something like, I have 3 spots open for this, or who has anxiety and depression or something like that. But rarely ever will you see me post something like that. It's like not a common thing that I do daily. So I post about myself, what me and Bailey are doing, what me and Matt are doing, my goals, and where I find inspiration on what to do, and how I kind of set myself to these guidelines is by, if you go and notice, most leaders, if you go to their page, they have a couple of things in their bio on their Facebook. And this is kind of how I've trained a lot of people too, is take, your bio and write, 4 to 5 things that you're passionate about that maybe make you feel good, or maybe about the goals that you want in life, or whatever, what you like, what what you love. And then stick to that in your Facebook posts, all right? So like me, my bio says, mechanics lady, 25 years young, motivator, Bailey Jane, fur babies, things that mean a lot to me. I think I even have like I love to fish on there. So those are the things that I stick to. So I will post, like, one day I'll post something about Matt and how our relationship has grown so much. I will post about going on a fishing trip. I will post about Bailey and what she's doing. I will post about my fur babies, or Mopar or whatever, and I'll keep it in those guidelines. And I do this because I want people to have an emotional connection to me. I want someone to say, okay, I see Chelsea's got this, Chelsea's doing this, Chelsea's doing that. Okay, well, I'm doing this and I'm doing that. So I want them to be able to relate to me. I want them to be able to either relate to me or know someone that can relate to me. And like I said, most people are just very emotional decision makers. So until they have an emotional connection with you, they're probably not going to order with you or get started with you. So you want to make sure that you're putting yourself out there, talking about, who you are, but telling your story. Like, tell your story on Facebook. Start from, go from the start all the way until where you are right now, and then talk about your future. You don't necessarily have to go live on Facebook, although that does help your Facebook algorithm just by going live and talking about nothing. You don't even have to talk about the business whatsoever. However, so when you're posting, you want to make sure that you're sticking in those guidelines and, just telling a story about who you are. Like, I talk about my past a lot, where I came from, where I am right now, and I talk about the future and where I'm going and where my team's going. Another thing that I do is I shout out little wins. So, like, if someone on my team earns a $150 bonus, or $150 shopping spree or whatever, I shout that out. I shout it out on my Facebook. I shout out the little wins. And then say, someone on my team, or even myself, there's like, on my team in total, there's about over $7,000 in bonuses to be earned this month. So will I shout that out on Facebook at some point this month? Yes, I will, because that's going to get people's minds thinking. And that's celebrating the little wins and celebrating my excitement. So that's one thing to kind of do, is shout out, the little wins, even if it's for yourself. Like, oh my gosh, I just earned myself a $20 raise on my paycheck, or oh my gosh, I'm going for a $200 raise on my paycheck this month. You could say that. So there's so many different ways that you can post and kind of get creative with it. Go creep on other leaders' Facebook pages. So, like, you can go to Jade Hooper, you can go to April Jennings, you can go to myself, you can go to Mandy Lee Richardson, you could go to pretty much anybody. If you go to Diamond Divas or Dark Horse Rise Up and you see any of those leaders, you can go creep on any of their pages, and you could literally take any of their posts, switch it up, make it your own, and then post it. When you take someone else's post and you kind of switch it up and make it your own, it's kind of like complimenting them, because it's letting them know that, you know, their post was attractive to you, so it's probably attractive to everybody else, letting them know that, you know, that they're doing a good job. So to me, I don't take any offense to it, and I know most leaders do not take any offense to it when they see it. So now we've got down kind of how to post, where you can find posts too. Go to Diamond Divas, type in post ideas. Go to Dark Horse Rise Up, type in post ideas. Like I said, try to stay away from catalog type of posts that share the pictures of the products a lot. Try to keep it yourself, you know. So with Facebook algorithm too, you want to stick to posting bare minimal, you know, morning, noon, and night. That's what I always say, stick to morning, noon, and night. So I usually do my first morning post. My morning post is usually something motivational. It's something motivational, or saying good morning, or it's something funny to kind of brighten the mood for the day. My noon post is usually about what I'm doing, like what we're doing throughout the day, or maybe what I'm drinking my shake today, or maybe a funny meme about how it feels for your coffee or whatever, or drinking your coffee or whatever. And then my nighttime post is usually something talking about the business, or how much this business has changed me, or, you know, celebrating someone's win or something like that. Now with Facebook algorithm, I've noticed if I post too many times during the day, it pretty much makes it so nobody really like sees my post or anything. So you want to stick to like 3 to 5 posts a day, maybe even like 2 posts a day, 2 to 3 times, maybe even 5 times a day. Okay. So stick to that. Also, clicking the share button. You want to refrain from clicking that share button when you're posting. So you don't want people to think that you're a fake profile. And clicking the share button is not going to bring people to you. It's going to bring people to that person who posted that original post. So refrain from clicking the share button at all costs. So where to post? So I post on my normal Facebook. And then I also do my story. And I save my story for post about the products. So I will go all day long posting about the products in my story. I sometimes do polls. I will upload, you know, a picture, and then I'll put like one message, and I'll upload the same picture with a different message or a different text or whatever. I will do like, you know, flashy things on there. You can do it on Instagram and have your Instagram story connect straight to your Facebook. I'm not going to get too much into your story today, but updating your story and using your story for your post about your products, and then using your Facebook to talk about yourself and talk about your team and what you have to offer someone, you know, offer someone of value, whether it be maybe you know how to cook, maybe you know how to, you know, talk to people, or maybe you are a lover of animals or something like that. Talk about stuff like that on Facebook. People want to get to know you. They want to get that emotional connection to you. And if they don't get that emotional connection with you, most likely are not going to order from you. So you want to make sure that you're getting that. Now, on my Facebook, I post like that because I'm attracting distributors, all right? So the more you post like that, you're attracting distributors. Any post that I do throughout the day, at the end of the day, I'm going down through my post and I'm sending everyone who commented or liked on it a simple question. Hey, thanks for the love on my post. Have you ever thought about doing what I do? I ask every single person that question, because that is going to get you your potential distributors that you can start then talking to every single day, checking in with people, you know, once a week, following up with them, getting to know them, getting to know what they need in life, what they want, what they can relate to about you. And then say Someone tells me that they want to get started with a business, but they're nervous. I will then go and post maybe like a story about someone who is scared and they joined and now they're doing this. Or say you know, they say, I want to get started, but I'm afraid I'm going to get scammed or something like that. You could talk about, facts about, scammers on your Facebook or something like that, So keep your posts mainly for distributors and use your messaging for loyal customers and distributors, okay? Because that is where your income producing activities come in, is through messaging, not through your posts on Facebook. Keep it really simple. Don't try to overthink it with posting. You don't have to be this genius poster that posts like an ambassador diamond right off the bat. Keep it fun, keep it light. You don't have to consistently post like you're a catalog, because you're not. It works. You are you. So be you, so that people can see that and grow with you and see what you're doing and learn what you're doing through messages, through actually having a conversation with you, instead of seeing it blown all over Facebook and not even wanting to message you because they already know what you do. They're already gonna know what you do. So keep it light. Try to stay away from, flashy green, black, and bling type of posts on Facebook, and stay consistent with it. Stay consistent with it. If you consistently posted every single day for a year and then messaged everyone who commented or liked on them, whether it be a business post or not, you could post a funny meme about Thanksgiving or about Christmas or about, your kid waking you up by sitting on your head or something. I don't know. And anyone who comments or likes on it at that point, go send them a message, whether it's about the business or not. You're going to find that you're going to get a lot more reaction on your Facebook by being yourself, and you're going to be able to message a lot more people, because a lot more people are going to start liking and commenting on your posts. Another thing is, if you are, you're posting and you're like, well, nobody's commenting or liking on my post for the day. Like I said, it just goes right back to posting is not an income producing activity. So it is okay if nobody's commenting or liking on your post. They're seeing it. You are watering that seed, but they're just doing it in silence. I've had people who have been watching me for an entire year. They just signed up on my team and have never commented or liked on any of my posts whatsoever. I've had people who I've never talked to ever, and they threw a heart on one of my posts or one of my lives, and I've messaged them, and instantly they turn into a loyal customer. So you really need to think about staying consistent with your post, because people want to know who you are, and sometimes they just want to watch for a little while. They just want to stand back, and they want to see what you're doing and observe. So you want to be talking about it, and you want to be talking about your journey loud and proud without being a catalog. Maybe you're using hair, skin, and nails. Talk about how, take a picture of yourself and say, my hair vitamin is A+ or A1 or, whatever. Maybe you dropped a few pounds and you just ate a cheeseburger, but you're taking fat fighters. Say, eating this cheeseburger because I got to give my carb blocker something to do, or something like that. People are going to be more apt to message you, or not even message you, to comment or like on a post like that, rather than seeing you post and saying, hey, who wants a carb blocker for $25, So be mindful of what you're posting, when you're posting, and how you're posting, and who you're attracting with your post, because who you are on Facebook is who you're going to attract onto your team. So if you are posting, talking about how you are strong, you are motivated, you are working hard, you are excited, those are the distributors you are going to attract onto your team. Whereas if you're just a catalog, they're gonna think that they're gonna come in and make tons of money by saying fat fighters, greens, who wants this? I got 5 spots for this, 5 spots for that. So you want to make sure that you are, when you are posting, before you do every single post, am I attracting the right kind of people? All right. So if you guys have any questions, drop a message below in my YouTube channel, or shoot me a message on Facebook, or, you know, even just comment below the video wherever it's posted, and I'll try to answer as best that I can. This might not be the last video for posting, because I know a lot of people have very specific questions for it, so I'll try to alter it maybe. So I will talk to you guys later. I love you guys.